Welcome to Deep Dive. This is Deepal, and today I am going to share a simple incident that happened to me last week, and it surprisingly turned into a powerful lesson about life and growth, and why so many of us struggle with consistency. So let's dive into it. So, we were driving to a new place last week. Now, the total drive was just over an hour, but the route involved a complicated network of intercity flyovers that we had to go through. Now, it was a heavy traffic time and I had my navigation on, but it was still confusing. And at one point, I took the wrong exit. That one small mistake cost me an additional 15 minutes before I could find my way back to the correct route. However, I continued the journey and we reached our destination 15 minutes late though. Now, as I was reflecting upon this incident later, I noticed one thing. I could recall some similar past experiences. And I can tell you that experiences like this used to make me angry and frustrated in past. I would complain about everything. I would complain about the city planners, the bad infrastructure, the poor roads designs and poor road signs. But this time, something was different. I simply accepted that I had missed that exit, identified where I went wrong, and became more careful, corrected my path, and continued driving. And as I said, 15 minutes late, but I was still able to reach my destination. And then it struck me, this is exactly what we don't do in real life. We do the opposite. In life, when we make a mistake, like the one I made by missing that exit, when something doesn't go as planned, when, a, when unexpected problems arise, instead of correcting our course and moving forward, we often just stop. Sometimes we fail to adjust. And what we do is like when something like this happens, we obsess over the thing that has gone wrong, that has gone exactly opposite to our plan. We start overthinking. We replay the mistake again and again in our head. It's exactly like missing an exit and then parking on the side of the road for an hour, just resenting the fact that we missed it. And I'm sure many of us don't do that while driving. Now, setbacks happen all the time. Plans fail, circumstances change. But what hurts the most is when these things happen while we are genuinely trying to grow, when we are working on ourselves intentionally, we are building something meaningful, and suddenly things go wrong. This is where many people break down and they give up or lose momentum completely. Most of us secretly operate with an all or nothing mindset, and this is something I realized that day. We tell ourselves, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it perfectly, otherwise, I won't do it at all. So, if we miss one workout, for example, we skip the whole week. If we fail one interview, we tend to stop applying. If one conversation goes badly, we withdraw emotionally. We postpone effort and we wait for next perfect moment to restart. I have seen this pattern in my life. I am not immune to all these behaviors. Um, in fitness, in my career, relationships, and personal projects. One mistake happens, something unexpected disrupts the plan. And instead of adjusting, we start asking questions like, how could this happen to me? Why did I mess up this way? What was wrong with me? And slowly, without realizing it, we drift away from the very path we were trying to follow. Now, the real problem is not the mistake itself or the challenge that has come. The real problem is our inability to recover quickly and continue. We don't lack discipline, but we lack acceptance. We fail to accept that growth is messy, it's imperfect, and full of wrong turns. Missing one exit should not cancel the entire journey. One bad day should not erase weeks of efforts. Consistency is not about doing things perfectly. It's about correcting your course and continuing anyway. And once you stop demanding perfection from yourself, something powerful happens. You stop quitting. You stop restarting the same thing over and over again. And you finally start moving forward. You are able to carry that momentum. And you can do this steadily, realistically, and also for the long run. I hope this small incident has given you the perspective that it gave to me, and it might help you in your life as well. If you are struggling with perfectionism, if you are struggling with keeping yourself consistent, if you are struggling when things go wrong and you are not able to recover quickly, with that hope, I say thank you one more time, and we will see in the next video. Bye for now.